Assassin's Creed Unity is the latest game in the popular Assassin's Creed franchise, and the first next-gen only title in the series. Unity is Ubisoft's attempt to bring the series back to basics. Gone is the ship combat of Black Flag and Rogue. Unity is an experience more akin to Assassin's Creed 2, with some improvements and changes to the well-known AC formula. No longer is combat a series of button-mashing battles, being replaced by the parry system, a system which rewards careful blocking and well-timed attacks. As well as this, series staple Eagle Vision has seen some tweaks. Whilst you can now see enemies through walls, allowing you to better know guard locations, it now only works for a limited time before it must recharge, making it less overpowered. Mission structures have seen a massive overhaul as well, now allowing for more freedom in how you carry out your contracts, as well as this side content has been expanded to include a wealth of activities, from basic assassination contracts, murder mysteries where you must use your wits and clues to apprehend a murderer, and Paris stories, a selection of side missions with their own stories and characters to meet.
This mob is after a dead man.
Mirabeau the traitor!
Mirabeau, fallen leader of the Republic and of the Assassin Brotherhood.
Set during the French Revolution towards the end of the 18th century, you take on the role of the assassin Arnaud Victor Dorian. As a protagonist, Arnaud is similar in many ways to Ezio. He's headstrong, charismatic and bold, but still likeable as a main character. One of the joys of the Assassin's Creed series has always been meeting historical figures, and Unity does not disappoint with appearances from the likes of Maximilien Robespierre and Napoleon Bonaparte.
Ah, you're just in time for the commencement of my reign.
Your reign.
As long as there's a cour des miracles, you must have a roi d'étude. And since there seemed to be a vacancy, I stepped in.
With remarkable speed, the body's not yet cold.
I may have set things in motion a trifle early. Say, when you first arrived at la cour des miracles,
You used me.
your target is dead. We used one another.
Quite a kingdom you've
But for me, out of the many historical characters making appearances, my personal favourite is the lecherous and depraved Marquis de Sade.
Rot is a fine description. Every time I think I'm getting close to the truth, it seems another layer of filth presents itself.
Conspiracy, intrigue, a rapidly thickening plot. Add some bestiality and a lecherous priest, and I say you have the beginnings of a beautiful novel.
I'd settle for a solid lead.
All of these characters are weaved into an interesting tale of revenge that, whilst good, doesn't advance the story of the series any further, with the modern day sections being practically non-existent. However, the standout part of the story, for me, was the romance between Arnaud and his childhood friend Elise. As characters, they have great chemistry together, and the fact that they were born on opposite sides of the Assassin-Templar War makes for an engaging story of star-crossed lovers.
When? Where can I find him?
I'm not sure that's a good idea. He wants you dead, Elise.
What? You want to protect me?
I want to help you. The Brotherhood has resources, manpower.
You cannot be serious. I don't trust the assassins.
Do you trust me? I haven't changed that much, Elise. I'm still the same boy who distracted the cook while you stole the jam. The same one who helped you over the wall into that dog-infested orchard.
All right. Take me to your Brotherhood. I'll hear the raw fare.
Offer may be a bit strong.
For the first time in the series, Unity boasts a cooperative mode, that whilst good has a few shortcomings. The missions are well thought out and devised, however mission rewards are based solely upon how well each individual team member performed, not on how the whole team did as a whole. This leads often to players rushing ahead to accomplish a goal quickly for a high reward, instead of hanging back to help out fellow teammates or revive a fallen comrade. If one player desynchronizes, the whole team does, so lone wolves can prove a problem. As well as this, playing online causes the frame rate to dip the more players there are connected. This is in part to the servers having to manage crowds of potentially thousands of AI civilians, making sure they are synced properly for each player. However, that said, the co-op is good, and each mission has a nice fully voiced cutscene describing the target of that mission. It's a nice touch that adds a lot of context to the missions.
I've decided, child, to hear your confession.
Thank you, Father. As I protect you on Earth, may you protect me in the afterlife.
You think you protect me? Who will protect you?
A new feature in Unity is the in-depth character customization. I absolutely love this new feature as it allows you to customize Arno's look. Everything from what hood, robe, gloves, boots and belt he wears, with a wide variety of interesting designs to choose from, each with their own attributes and stats. Another nice touch in the game is the ability to simply walk into many different buildings without any load times. This helps make the city of Paris feel truly alive, with famous locations such as Notre Dame Cathedral and the Louvre making an appearance. However, with all those things said, Unity is not without its share of problems. I find it strange that they would leave out hireable groups like thieves, fighters and courtesans. It just feels strange that they wouldn't put these in the game, as they were extremely useful in the previous games. And whilst the new crowd sizes are great, there's no meaningful way to carefully navigate through them. In previous games you could hold circle and the assassin would guide people out of his path, making crowd navigation easy. In Unity you have to trudge slowly through them, hoping people won't bring you to a dead halt, or simply run through them attracting attention. Also, too much content in the game is locked behind online services, such as Initiates or the Nomad app. If you're like me and you don't have a smartphone, it can be very frustrating that some of the on-disc content is locked unless you have the game's companion app. Customization items are locked behind playing co-op missions as well, or behind the yet-to-be-released club competition, meaning we can't even access more than half of the best gear unless we play online. Luckily though, co-op missions can be played alone, so you can still unlock their gear rewards. Another problem is glitches. Whilst most of the worst glitches have been fixed with patches, some annoying ones still remain. The worst one for me is that sometimes during combat Arno will not attack or block attacks from enemies, no matter how much you press the buttons. You have to hope you can kill them with a manually aimed range attack. Glitches like this can prove a nuisance and take away from the overall experience. All the improvements to the freerunning are greatly appreciated, however it still has its problems. It still isn't as accurate as I'd like, with Arno often jumping towards ledges and bars that I didn't want him to. Still, the addition of a way of quickly going down buildings speeds up freerunning, and is one of the best additions in the game. And I don't know if it's intentional, but synchronizing with a viewpoint no longer reveals all of the collectibles in that district, meaning that completionists like me will have to run up and down each district for ages, spamming eagle vision until we find them all. That said, the collectibles do yield rewards, from colour schemes for Arno, equipment and money, so there is incentive to find them all. To wrap up, Assassin's Creed Unity is a great game, and a worthy addition to the franchise, but is unfortunately marred with several problems that stop it from being one of the best in the series. However, as the first proper next-gen entry in the popular series, it makes me very hopeful for the next entry in the series. Assassin's Creed Unity gets from me an 8.5 out of 10. Thank you for watching, and keep an eye out for more videos from me in the future.